This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation.
The time 8:45 p.m. This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. Here's the news edited by Lal Malavarachi and read by Tilani Piris. Pakistan and Sri Lanka Prime Ministers hold bilateral talks. They also signed 5 memorandums of understanding to promote trade relations. Foreign Minister Dinesh Gunawardena will address 46th UN HRC session tonight. Minister Pavitra Vanyarachi, who has recovered fully from the COVID-19, had a special discussion at the Health Ministry. The UNP says that a large number of members who left the party due to misunderstanding would join the party again. And on news overseas, COVID infection in Lagos may top Africa's official total. And on sports news, Upul Tharanga announces his retirement from international cricket. The Prime Minister's office said Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa and visiting Pakistani counterpart Imran Khan currently held bilateral discussions at Temple Trees short while ago. During the cordial discussions, both leaders successfully agreed on several points of mutual interest to the economies of the two nations. Attention was also directed towards investment and trade promotion, agriculture and education fields, as well as regional and international matters. The two prime ministers also signed 5 memorandums of understanding, MOUs of importance to both countries. Prime Minister Imran Khan arrived in Sri Lanka earlier today for a 2-day official visit on the invitation of Premier Mahinda Rajapaksa. During his visit, Prime Minister Imran Khan will also attend bilateral meetings with President Gotabaya Rajapaksa, while several other higher-level engagements are planned, including a business and investment forum. PM Imran Khan is accompanied by a high-powered business and investment delegation that will consist of business leaders in Pakistan, mainly from the sectors of textile and apparel, pharmaceuticals, agro-food commodities, sports goods, auto parts, ICT construction material, and surgical equipment. The Minister of Foreign Affairs, Dinesh Gunawardena, is scheduled to address the 46th session of the United Nations Human Rights Council today. The minister says the UN High Commissioner's report on Sri Lanka is not justifiable, baseless and unfounded based on false statistics. Sri Lanka's initial response to the report was already conveyed. A dialogue on the report compiled by Michelle Bachelet, the UN High Commissioner for Human Rights regarding Sri Lanka, will take place on Wednesday. The UN core group on Sri Lanka, led by the United Kingdom, is expected to present a fresh resolution on Sri Lanka largely based on the UN High Commissioner's report. Apart from the UK, Germany, Canada, Montenegro, Northern Macedonia and Malawi are some other member states representing the core group. Thereby, Minister Gunawardena pointed out that Sri Lanka is prepared to respond to the UN core group's resolution to be tabled against the country. Chairman of the UNP, Vajra Abeyewardena, says that a large number of senior members who have left the party due to misunderstanding would join the party again. The UNP has decided to accept them without imposing any conditions. Addressing a gathering in Alpiti area today, he said that the government has declined its relations with the international community owing to its unfar-sightedness. This news broadcast comes to you from the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation.
HDFC Smart Goals. All it takes is 3 years.
Sri Lanka's confirmed COVID-19 cases count increased further today as 222 more persons were tested positive for the virus. With the new surge, total corona cases detected in the country have increased to 80,739. Epidemiology unit data showed that 4,447 active cases are still under medical care. However, 75,842 persons who were infected with the virus have been discharged so far upon returning to health. In the meantime, the death toll from the virus outbreak stands at 450. The Cabinet of Ministers has granted their consent for the combined resolution to publish the Government Gazette on the proposed wild elephant management reserve in Hambantota. The habitats and wildlife corridors of wild elephants and other animal species have been severely affected by the accelerated development projects that are underway in Hambantota district. Owing to these circumstances, the human-elephant conflict in those areas is intensifying day by day. As a solution, the Department of Wildlife Conservation had taken the initial steps to declare an elephant management reserve for elephants and other wildlife subsequent to confirmation through research on the spread of migration routes of the elephants. Accordingly, a land in extent of 23,746 hectares belonging to the Department of Forest Conservation and Sri Lanka Mahaveli Authority was identified for the proposed reserve. That ends local news for now.
Darling, our daughter has top O-level results. Do you know what this means?
Yes, just 3 years and she'll be going abroad for her degree.
For which we'll need a bank loan.
But is a normal loan the smartest option?
What else?
The smartest way is to start an HDFC Smart Goals account.
Let your child begin their degree with no delays. Start an HDFC Smart Goals account. Call 2356 888.
Honey, you're so smart.
HDFC Smart Goals. All it takes is 3 years.
A mother knows the pain of each member of the family. Siddhalepa, the trusted relief for aches and pains.
An effective therapy for relief from cold, sneezing, flu, headaches, swelling due to toothaches, rheumatic, discomforts, and muscular aches and pains. Siddhalepa, the Vedha Mahatmya in every home.
The main news story is brought to you by Siddhalepa Vedha Mahatmya.
Minister Pavitra Vanyarachi, who has recovered fully from the COVID-19, had a special discussion today with the Health Ministry officials. Attention was paid on the situation of the pandemic, progress of the virus eradication program, and the future health promotion programs. She also inquired about the vaccination program, PCR tests, implementing health guidelines, and the present situation of corona treatment centers. That was the main news story.
The main news story was brought to you by Siddhalepa Vedha Mahatmya.
Brush your teeth twice a day for healthy teeth and gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, your trusted brands in oral care for many years.
Supiriviki Ayurvedic toothpaste for adults. Kakulu Ayurvedic toothpaste for kids. 9 Ayurvedic ingredients of Supiriviki will protect your teeth and strengthen your gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, products from Siddhalepa.
On Watch Light tonight, the Department of Examinations has announced that conducting tuition classes for GCE O-level candidates have been banned from midnight today. It will be effective until the 10th of next month. Conducting of lectures, conferences and workshops has been banned. It has been prohibited to distribute leaflets, posters, display banners and publishing advertisements over print and electronic media stating that model papers of the examination will be provided. The examination department has requested the public to inform the nearest police station or to inform over the hotline 1911 about persons who violate the orders. The GC O-level examination begins on Monday. That came to you in Watchlight.
World News. Brought to you by courtesy of...
From the first step you take till the time we meet, the trusted leader prioritizes you always.
All you need under one roof. People's Leasing, the trusted leader.
World News headlines first. COVID infection in Lagos may top Africa's official total. 9 die after boat carrying family capsizes in Egypt Lake. Oldest rock art is 17,300 years old kangaroo in Australia. A COVID-19 antibodies survey in Nigeria suggests that 4 million people in Lagos state alone have had the virus, more than it has been officially recorded for the whole of Africa. The official figure for Nigeria is 153,000 cases with 1,862 deaths. The study was done on 10,000 people from 4 Nigerian states to estimate the extent of the coronavirus in Africa's most populous nation. It was conducted before a second wave began in early December. At least 9 people have died and several others are missing after the boat capsized on a lake near the Egyptian city of Alexandria last night. The vessel was carrying almost 20 people, all from the same family, when the accident happened on Lake Mariot. Rescuers have so far found 7 survivors, 5 of whom were injured. The cause of the capsize is not known, but the governor of Alexandria said the boat was being used for entertainment purposes without the necessary permits. Australian scientists have discovered the country's oldest known rock art, a 17,300-year-old painting of a kangaroo. The artwork, measuring 2 meters, was painted in red ochre on the ceiling of a rock shelter. It was found in Western Australia's Kimberley region, known for its aboriginal rock paintings. Its age was determined by radiocarbon dating ancient mud wasp nests. Back to the world news headlines. COVID infection in Lagos may top Africa's official total. 9 die after boat carrying family capsizes in Egypt Lake. Oldest rock art is 17,300 years old, kangaroo in Australia. That ends World News.
World News. Brought to you by courtesy of...
From the first step you take till the time we meet, the trusted leader prioritizes you always.
All you need under one roof. People's Leasing, the trusted leader.
Moving on with development news, the Minister of Trade, Bandula Gunawardena, says a paddy storage would be constructed in Batticalow as an answer to paddy supply issues in the eastern province. The minister revealed that a central paddy storage site would be constructed on a 100,000 square metre plot of land owned by Lanka Satosa. He assured farmers of the eastern province that they could farm in the coming season, adding that facilities would be provided for them to store their entire harvest in the newly built stores. That was development news. Coming up, sports news. Senior Sri Lankan cricketer Upul Tharanga today announced his retirement from international cricket. The left-handed batsman, who last played for Sri Lanka in March 2019, had been an integral part of cricket for the Sri Lankan national team over the years. Tharanga represented Sri Lanka in 31 tests, 235 ODIs and 26 T20 internationals. He has scored 1,754 runs in the 5-day format, including 3 centuries and 8 half-centuries. In ODIs, he scored 6,951 runs in 235 matches at an average of 33.74. He also has 15 tons and 37 50s to his name in the 50-over format. During the 2011 World Cup, he also smashed 2 centuries against Zimbabwe 133 and England 102. In T20 internationals, he has scored 407 runs in 26 matches. That ends sports news.
Contributory deposit of 1,000 rupees from NSB when your child enters grade 1. Open a Hapan Children's Service account for your kid today. Higher interest. Conditions apply.
Business News. Sponsored by National Savings Bank. The safest place for your money.
And on business news, Minister Uday Gammanpilla said in Parliament today that the government will make its maximum efforts to maintain a stable fuel price, although oil price fluctuates in the world market. The Minister Gammanpilla said that the government has a policy to maintain stable fuel prices. Although the Petroleum Corporation makes losses, the government is not prepared to burden the people, he added. That was business news.
Business News. Sponsored by National Savings Bank. The safest place for your money.
Contributory deposit of 1,000 rupees from NSB when your child enters grade 1. Open a Hapan Children's Service account for your kid today. Higher interest. Conditions apply.
Economic news. Courtesy of...
Congratulations on your promotion. When will be our treat, huh?
How about today?
Oh no, I was just joking.
It's fine. I have my LOLC credit card with me. Let's go out today.
Introducing LOLC Finance Credit Cards. Fuel the goodness in you.
The Cabinet of Ministers has given the approval to purchase paddy from local farmers at competitive prices with the private sector under the rice purchasing program for the Maha season of 2020-2021. It was also decided to maintain the price of Nadu at 98 rupees per kilogram in the future without making any changes despite paddy being purchased at a higher price. Speaking on the rice purchasing program, Minister of Agriculture Mahindananda Alutgamage said that private rice mill owners will not be allowed to increase prices arbitrarily. That came to you in economic news.
Hello, Puta. Did you land already?
We're in transit and our flight got delayed.
How is Shani? Poor thing with her pregnancy.
Calm down, everything is sorted. Why, I have my LOLC World Card with me. We are at the VIP lounge.
LOLC Finance Credit Cards. Fuel the goodness in you.
And finally, the weather report. The Met Department says several spells of showers will occur in the eastern and Uva provinces and in the Polonnaruwa, Matale and Nuwara districts. Showers or thunder showers will occur at several places in the western and Sabaragamu provinces and in the Gaul, Matare and Kandy districts during the evening or night. Misty conditions can be expected at some places in the central, Sabaragamu, Uva and western provinces and in the Gaul and Matare districts during the morning. That was the weather report. And now to end this news broadcast, the main points once again. Pakistan and Sri Lanka Prime Ministers hold bilateral talks. They also signed 5 memorandums of understanding to promote trade relations. Foreign Minister Dinesh Gunawardena will address 46th UNHRC session tonight. Minister Pavitra Vanyarachi, who has recovered fully from the COVID-19, held a special discussion at the Health Ministry. The UNP says that a large number of members who left the party due to misunderstanding would join the party again. And on news overseas, COVID infection in Lagos may top Africa's official total. And on sports news, Upul Tharanga announces his retirement from international cricket. That ends this news broadcast. And now it's back to my friend and colleague, Victor Raj.